Hello, good morning, everyone. Still a bit of time of preparing. I'm just going and checking in with you if the micro is working. People can you say hello? Hello. Oh, my sister is here, Bella is here, Casey, Barbara, am I right? Yeah, cool. Oh, it's so nice to see you. Today, I have a friend practicing in the room, so I'm not completely on my own. It's really exciting. It's Steph, you can't see her. She's just behind the camera, but it's really nice to have someone practicing with me. So we would like to start. Oh, Danny is here as well, and Kat, wonderful. Hi. So nice. Already time. So we want to start laying down today. So maybe you already want to find a place on the floor in your Shavasana, bringing your legs, separating your arms on your side to find your Shavasana. We want to connect today in this place of letting go, connecting. And these days I was kind of, oh, Pedro, good morning, here as well. Cool. Very nice. So starting in Shavasana, and these days I was thinking about what's happening in this time, moving out of this complete locking down, moving into opening up slowly. I don't know how you feel. I found this even more irritating than having a clear message of locking down, staying home, and now this message of you can go out, social distancing, wearing masks, what is safe, what is secure, what is allowed, what feels right to me. Connecting a lot to this sense of what can I trust and what is trust? So feeling in laying down in your Shavasana, feeling this trust in yourself of you are supported by Mother Earth. There is this gentle, sweet little pull of Mother Earth holding you. And the more you find your trust and you're letting go, you're connecting with Mother Earth and you're giving yourself in and you receive. Like receiving and giving is one. We are so used to think, oh, I need to give or I receive. We're separating giving, receiving. I'm a more receiver, I'm a more giver. So letting yourself receive and give at the same time. And the more you allow yourself receiving and giving at the same time, you're connecting to yourself. You're connecting to your heart. Connecting to your being, to your natural state. And this trust will grow. And trust gets shaken by changes. Coming into this world at this little tiny little being. We also appreciate change, growing, learning. And there is one state. We kind of stop appreciating change. We want fixing it, that all stays. So learning more and more, living and appreciating change. Let us grow even more in our trust, in our being. And I found a really nice poem from Rumi. It's very short, and I did post it. So if you want afterwards, you can read it. Try not to resist the changes that come your way. Instead, let life live through you. And do not worry that your life is turning upside down. How do you know that the side you are used to is better than the one to come? And gently and slowly focusing on your breath. Letting your breath growing fuller and stronger. So maybe you want to put one hand on your belly, one hand on your chest, feeling the warmth of your body and letting this breath filling in your belly, feeling it in to your chest, to your upper lungs, into until your clavicular, filling it up completely, holding your breath for a moment. And very gentle, letting yourself start exhaling from your upper lungs into your middle lungs, lower lungs, upper belly, middle belly, into deep down into your lower belly, emptying this space. Inhaling, filling up from deep, deep down into your pelvis floor, below your belly button, up your belly button, meeting your lungs, filling it up, holding your breath when you're full. Exhaling, starting from your top, so you're staying full in your belly. Exhaling deep, deep down, slowly, deep down into your belly. And when you're empty, stay empty for a moment. 2 more times in your own pace. You want to inhaling, filling, really filling your body into your toes, into your heels, your thighs. Your whole body is breathing. Every little cell in your body is breathing, refreshing. When you are full, holding it for a moment, and then stay full in your belly, yogic breaths, full body breath, exhaling from your top into your belly. When you are empty, stay empty for a moment, feeling this vibration in yourself. And your last round, you're filling it up one more time. And imagine really you're filling your body, your whole cells are breathing from your tips of your toes, over your fingertips to your top of your head, the back side of your body, the front side of your body, and deep down into all your organs. When you've finished your last round, bringing your hands on your side, letting go for a moment and feeling the benefits of your pranayama. Full yogic breath. Closing your legs with your inhaling, bringing your arms over your head, giving yourself a playful stretching, playing with your toes, with your fingers. Rising here, bending your knees towards your chest with your exhaling, hugging your knees and bring your forehead, meeting your knees, planting your feet onto the floor, hip widths apart, arms on your side, rooting down from your feet, lifting your hips, a gentle bridge, and stay here for a moment, bringing your arms over your head, palms of your hands facing up, lifting your hips a tiny bit higher, making sure your chin meeting your sternum. Stay. Lifting a tiny bit higher,
floating down from your feet. Exhaling, rolling down your spine, vertebra for vertebra. Stay with your arms, giving yourself a nice little waking up in your arms, stretching out your legs on the floor, and with your next inhaling, lifting your left leg and your right hand meeting in your center. Don't need to touch with your toes. Exhaling, coming back down, leg, arm, and lifting your right leg, left arm. Exhaling, coming back down, making sure you bring your chin towards your sternum, changing side, right hand, left leg. Exhaling, coming back down, pressing your sacrum and your lower spine into the floor like you're lifting up. Keep on working, always switching side, inhaling, lifting, exhaling, coming down, inhaling, lifting, exhaling, coming down, inhaling, lifting, and you can speed up a tiny bit more, deepening your breath, lifting up, exhaling down, full breath, inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhaling, lifting up, stay for a moment with your leg lifted up, pushing with your heel, both arms over your head, breathe. Exhaling, releasing this leg and lifting the opposite leg, pushing with your heel, pressing your hip, your below your belly button into the floor, lifting both of your legs, pointing with your toes, exhaling, flexing your feet, inhaling, pointing, exhaling, flex, inhaling, point, exhaling, flex, staying here, lowering down your right leg and hover your right leg 2-3 centimeters over the floor. Stay, breathe, chin towards your sternum, full yogic breath, feeling your body. Stay 2 more rounds. Inhaling next time, lifting your your arms and lifting your chest, reaching towards your upper leg, breath. And exhaling, reaching forward from your arms towards your toes, deepening your breath. Inhaling, releasing, bending both of your knees, hugging both of your knees towards your chest, lifting your forehead, squeeze your body, planting your feet, hip width apart onto the floor, arms on your side. In a gentle bridge, arms over your head, lifting your hips, arms over, releasing your shoulders, pressing your feet, chin towards your sternum. Lifting a tiny bit higher, stay with your arms where they are, and rolling down your spine, vertebra for vertebra. Stretching out your legs. One more playful stretching, playing with your fingers, pushing one heel forward and grabbing with one hand your wrist, lengthening this side, opposite side. Bending your knees towards your chest and lengthening your legs towards the ceiling. One more time, heels and pointing with your toes, exhaling your heels, inhaling, pointing toes, exhaling your heels, bringing your arms over your head, palms of your hand facing up, and this time you're lowering down the opposite leg. I can't remember. I think left leg. Lowering down your opposite leg, Holding it 2-3 centimeters over the floor, releasing your shoulders, chin towards your sternum, activating your breath. Breathe deeper, fuller. Stay with your legs and you're lifting. Your arms, you're lifting. Your head, your shoulders, reaching towards your heel. Rolling back your shoulder, smiling in your heart. And you're reaching with your arms towards your toes, seeing your toes, deepening your breath. Inhaling, arms sealing over your head, lifting your leg. Exhaling, hugging your knees towards your chest. Squeeze your body, bringing your arms like a T towards your side, your knees over your heads, letting your knees, oh no, sorry, you're gonna bring your feet onto the floor first. And from here, you wanna scoop your hips 2 centimeters towards your left side, that you come a tiny bit more onto your right hip. And then from here, you're lifting your knees and you wanna come into a twisting. So you're bringing your knees towards your right side, gazing over your left arm. First step. Maybe you want to stretching out your upper leg, so your left leg, and maybe you can grab it with your right fingers, giving yourself a tiny bit more, a deeper stretch on your IT band. You can stay here, or maybe you want to come and grabbing with your left hand, your right ankle, coming into this cricket pose and giving yourself a sweet little back bending while you're pushing your right foot in, you're pushing your heel away from your seat, gazing over your left shoulder. Releasing your left shoulder. Go step by step, whatever is possible for you. Deepening your breath. Inhaling, releasing both of your hands, planting your feet onto the floor, bringing your hips into your center. And from here, you want to switching side. I need to take my phone away, putting it. So from here, you're planting your feet, scooping your hip 2 centimeters towards your right side. So you come a tiny bit more on the left side, letting your knees floating, lifting your knees, sorry, letting your knees floating towards your left side. First step, please stay here when this is good enough. Gazing over your right arm. Or upper leg, your right leg, you're grabbing with your left hand, your right leg, and you're staying here, a sweet stretch on your IT band and from your hamstring. Good enough? Or with your right hand, you're trying to grab your left and pushing this heel far away from your seat, twisting a tiny bit deeper, gazing over your right shoulder. Inhaling, releasing, planting both feet back onto the floor, your hips in your center, bending your right knee, bringing your right knee towards your chest, your left foot stay on the floor, opening your right hip and planting your right foot on top of your left, under your left knee, on top of your thigh, helping with your left hand, pressing your left hip into the floor. flexing your right foot. You can stay here, good enough, or your right arm needled through your thighs, grabbing with both of your hands, your thigh or your shin bone. You want to making sure your right knee stays on your side, your right foot is flexed, and both hips pressing into the floor. Giving yourself a nice opening. When you grab your shin bone, releasing your shin bone, grabbing your thigh and lifting, stretching your left leg as if you can walk on your ceiling. So you're bringing your left leg towards the floor, towards the ceiling, and flexing your foot. Your toes pointing towards your nose. Your shoulders releasing, chin towards your sternum. Every little centimeter of your back is meeting the floor. Raise, exhaling, releasing your hands, planting both feet onto the floor and letting your right foot walking towards your right side. When you have a mat, the distance is the outside of your mat. If not, you're really letting your right foot walking onto the side, that you can practice an internal rotation. So your right knee comes towards your left side. So the inside of your thigh is coming down, meeting the floor, and your arms opening, bringing your left foot on the outside of your right knee. Internal rotation. We do have external and internal. For some people, this is more easy. For some people, this is really more difficult. Soften your breath. Inhaling gently, letting your knee coming back towards your center, both feet pressing into the floor, and you're bending your left knee, hugging your left knee towards your chest while you're pressing your right foot into the floor, helping to opening up deep down. So making sure your lower back is pressing into the floor, opening your hip, opening your knee towards your left side. You can stay here, making sure you're flexing your left foot. It supports your knee when you're flexing your foot. Pressing with your right hand, your right hip into the floor. This has a tendency to lifting up. Please stay here, or you needle your left arm through your thighs, grabbing your thigh, grabbing your shin bone. When you do this, very often what happens, you fall into your neck and lifting your chin towards the sternum. So you want to bring your chin towards your chest, that your neck stays nice and long, your shoulders releasing. You can grabbing your thigh or you're grabbing your shin bone. Breathing, staying for 2 more deep, nice breaths. And you're grabbing your shin bone, releasing, grabbing your thigh and lifting your right leg as if you can walk on the ceiling, flexing your foot, your toes pointing towards your nose, your left foot stays flexed, deepening your breath, nourishing these cells, remembering with your breath, you're nourishing your body and you're practicing this flow of receiving, of letting go, of giving at the same time. You're giving your body to opening up to receiving air. Exhaling, releasing your right foot, planting both feet onto the floor, letting your left foot walking towards your left side, turning your knee towards your right, so your inner thighs coming towards the floor. Your right foot on top of your left knee, opening your arms and gaze over your left shoulder, your left arm. Releasing your hips, deepening your breath. With your next inhaling, unwriggling your legs, planting your feet back onto the floor, knees pointing towards the ceiling, and you're hugging your knees towards your chest. Squeeze your body, lifting your forehead, planting your hands under your knees, and gently start rock and roll on your spine, giving yourself a really nice massage on your spine. When you don't want to do this out of any reason, please come to your right side, stay there for a moment in your embryo pose, and then you want to coming up into your seat, holding your knees towards your chest, making yourself really nice and small, bringing your eyes towards your knees, hugging your knees even a tiny bit closer, balancing on your sit bones. Unfolding and bringing your hands under your knees towards your chest, flexing your feet, and then you're pointing from your balls of your feet, spreading your toes wide, rolling back your shoulders, opening your chest. You can stay here or you're coming into your boat, lengthening your spine, lifting your heart. Exhaling, hugging your knees towards your chest and squeezing yourself one more time. Your hands, your ear, and your eyes meeting your knees. You can repeat what we've just done, hands under your knees, in your boat, or you're gripping with your hands, your toes. And from here, you want to lengthening your legs, lifting your heart, rolling back your shoulders, balancing on your seat. Please, holding your knees if you need, lengthening, coming into your pose, practicing with your limitation, with your possibilities. Exhaling, bending your knees, one more nice little cosmic egg, bringing your eyes towards your knees, holding your legs, balancing on your sit bones. Press, planting your feet onto the floor, letting your knees opening towards the sides, soles of your feet meeting, walking your feet forward, that you find the length of your arms with your fingertips, bringing your hands on your knees, lengthening space in a groin, staying here, or you can walking yourself forward, helping yourself bending forward, or you bring your arms over your head. And then from here, you're folding forward, bringing your hands on your toes, releasing your arms, releasing your shoulders, releasing your neck. Wherever you are, when you're halfway, doesn't matter. Stay halfway. Inhaling, reaching forward from your heart. Exhaling, coming into your sitting with your left arm reaching under your right knee, coming onto your elbow. Your right hand on your right knee, gazing over your shoulder, staying long in your spine. Raise a gentle twisting, your left elbow pressing into the floor, your left hand gazing over your right shoulder. Inhaling, coming back into your neutral, your left elbow and your right elbow under your right shoulder, your right hand under your left calf muscle, left hand on your left knee, gaze. Inhaling, coming back into your neutral, closing your knees. And from here, you want to letting your right knee folding towards your right side. The other way. No, you want to bring your right knee, please, sorry. You want to bring your right heel towards your left hip, like in a half pigeon, and then you bring your left leg over towards the side. So you're creating here a nice little opening. The more you bring your right foot square to your mat, the more difficult it is. When you have tight hips like me, you want to bring your heel a tiny bit closer. So your right heel comes closer to your left hip, planting both hands in front of you. You want to find a nice little opening here. Hip, hip, gazing forward. Staying, maybe you can come onto your elbows. Inhaling, letting yourself walking back onto your hands, and you want to switching side. So you're swinging your legs forward, switching side. Your left heel comes towards your right, like in a half pigeon, and your right knee comes towards your side, flexing your right foot, planting both hands in front of you. You want to bring your right hip towards your left heel. Staying or coming down onto your elbows. Liberating tension in hips, helping us to letting go this holding back of anger, of fear. We are storing a lot of emotions in our hips. The lighter emotions we store more in chest, in organs, the bit more, the ones we don't like, the animal-like emotions, the rage, anger, fear, anxiety, sits a bit more in our hips. And gently walking up onto your hands, letting your legs swinging forward, and then you're turning your knees under you, finding your tabletop, fingers under your hands, under your shoulders, fingers spreading wide, your knees under your hips, giving yourself a moment, settling into your cat-cow So you're rolling your spine, finding your own movement, stretching one side, stretching the other side. Really giving yourself a moment, settling in. Hands, knees, breath. Inhaling, gazing forward, curling your toes, and finding your first downward facing dog, paddling your feet, pressing one hand into the floor, bending the opposite knee, and giving yourself really a nice playful stretch. Maybe trying to bring your heel towards the floor, opposite side. Spreading fingers. Opposite side, one more time. One knee bends, the other heel tries to pressing down. Stepping both feet together, lifting your right leg towards the ceiling with your inhaling, staying square off with your hips, spreading fingers, bending, opening your hips, sorry, you don't want to bend yet, opening your hip and you're reaching with your toes towards your left side with a really nice long neck. And then only you want to bending your knee pointing towards the ceiling, gazing under your left armpit. Stay or flipping your dog, you're planting your right foot on the outside of your leg. Turning your toes, both facing in your back. Lifting your right arm over your head, gazing into your right palm of your hand. Staying here, or you're bringing your right hand on the back of your scalp and opening your elbow towards the side that you can open up even a tiny bit more your chest. Exhaling, planting your hand back onto the floor, lifting your right leg towards the ceiling, bending your knee towards your chest, stepping your right foot between your hands, then your knee, please come onto your knees, and then you're coming with your foot, coming halfway in your aeroplane, arms reaching back, chest reaching forward. Bending your front knee a tiny bit more, pushing your back heel, inhaling high, lunge arms reaching towards the floor, lifting your arms over your head, interlacing your fingers, pointing with your index finger, bending your front knee a tiny bit more, smiling in your heart, releasing your shoulder. Exhaling, planting your hands onto the floor, stepping back, finding your high plank, staying in your high plank, pushing with your heels, lifting yourself out of your shoulders. Exhaling, releasing your knees, releasing your toes. Elbows bending next to your chest, coming halfway and lifting your legs. So you're rooting down from your knees, stay with your chest, breathe, lift it up a tiny bit, 2-3 centimeters over the floor, flexing your feet, gazing forward. Exhaling, releasing your legs, releasing your toes, pulling your hands towards your heart in your mini cobra, 10 toes pressing into the floor, curling your toes, pushing with your seat, lengthening your spine, your hands pressing into the floor, forehead meeting. Inhaling, sliding your hands under your shoulders, lifting your seat in your downward facing dog, playfulness. Giving yourself a playful walking in your dog, breathing in your dog, shaking your head, rounding back your shoulders, 10 fingers pressing into the floor, and you want to work your left side, lifting your left leg towards the ceiling, your right heel releases, staying square with your hips. And then from here, you're pushing your right foot towards, your left foot towards your right side. Lengthening your whole left side. And you can stay here or you're bending your left knee, pointing with your knee towards the ceiling. Stay or you're flipping your dog, planting your left foot on the outside. You want to making sure you're not hurting your knees. So you're turning your toes into your back, and then from here you're lifting your arm over your head, lifting yourself up. Breathe. Stay, or you bring your hand on the back of your skull, opening your elbow towards the side and feeling this opening even a tiny bit more. Stay one more breath. One more breath. Exhaling, planting your hand back onto the floor and lifting your left leg towards the ceiling, bending your knee, stepping your left foot between your hands. You're staying on your back toes, coming halfway, like an aeroplane, you're flying, bending your front knee a bit more, finding this connection from your top of your head to your back heel, palm of your hand facing towards the ceiling, spreading your fingers, inhaling, releasing your arms and lifting your arms over your head, interlacing your fingers, pressing your hands into each other, bending your front knee a tiny bit more, releasing your shoulders, smiling in your heart. Breath. Exhaling, planting your hands, stepping back, coming into your high plank, heart between your hands, spreading your fingers wide. Where are your elbows? Softening in your elbows, lengthening your spine, releasing your knees, releasing your toes. You want to coming halfway down, so your elbows glued to your body, your chin 2-3 centimeters, and then from here you're lifting. You're bending your knee, lifting your feet and flexing your feet, pressing your knees into the floor. Breath. Breath. Exhaling, releasing, belly button, pubic bone, rolling back your shoulders, lifting your heart. Maybe you can rise a tiny bit higher in your cobra. Exhaling, curling your toes, pushing your seat meeting your heel, lengthening your arms. Breath. Letting your hands sliding under your shoulders and lifting your seat, coming into your down dog. Breath. Bending your knees, gazing between your hands, hopping, walking, or stepping forward between your hands. Stepping your feet together, spreading your toes wide, inhaling, coming halfway. Maybe you bring your hands on your knees, on your shin bone, making sure you do not closing your knees. You want to stay soft in your knees, and you're lifting your kneecaps, lifting your kneecaps while you're pressing your foot, activating your thighs, lengthening your spine. Breathe, rounding back your shoulders. And without losing this length, when you're folding forward, releasing your neck, interlacing your fingers, bringing your hands on the back of your skull, closing your elbows and helping yourself, lengthening your spine even a tiny bit more. Please stay bent in your knees when you need. Releasing your arms, and you want to turning your toes 45 degrees towards your left side, bending your knees towards your left side, planting your right hand in line with your heels towards your side, that you can leaning onto your side, gazing towards your right hand, bringing your left hand on the back of your skull and opening your chest. Inhaling, exhaling, releasing your left hand, lengthening both of your legs and walking your feet facing front, folding forward. And from here, you're letting your toes facing your right side, 45 degrees, bending your knees, lowering down with your seat, your left hand in line with your heels coming under your shoulders, your fingers spreading wide, making sure you do not hurting your wrist here. So your fingers pointing away from you. You're opening your chest. The more you're releasing your knees towards the floor, the more you're stretching your front side, bringing your right hand on the back of your skull. So when you're bringing your knees closer towards the floor and you're lifting your heart, you're stretching out your whole front side and you're balancing on your toes. Staying 2 more breaths. Inhaling, releasing your hands in front of you, bringing your legs back, your toes back into your center, stepping your feet together, planting your hands on your hips, and with one breath, you want to come into your standing, releasing your hands on your side in your Tadasana. Finding yourself standing. Maybe you want to find some movement. You're spreading your toes, lifting your heels. Press arms over your head. Right hand grabbing your left wrist and helping you lengthening first while you're bringing your left hand towards your right. Press, both feet pressing into the floor. Inhaling back into your neutral, opening your arms, lifting your heart, pressing your feet as if you want to hug this whole universe. Your shoulders releasing, spreading your fingers, exhaling, hugging yourself. So you're crossing your arms, playing with your fingertips, your forgot the name, shoulder blades, releasing your leg. Inhaling, releasing your arms on your side, sweep your arms over your head, opposite side. So with your left hand grabbing your right wrist, lengthening first while you're helping yourself, bending towards your left side, both feet pressing into the floor. Inhaling, coming back into your neutral, pressing your feet, opening your chest, finding a sweet little back bending, really as if you can hug this whole universe, the stars, the moon, the sun, this whole planet circling around, giving yourself, receiving yourself. And you want to hugging yourself while you're crossing your arms this time. The other arm comes in front, your fingertip meeting your shoulder blade, releasing your neck. Releasing your arms, sweep your arms over your head with your inhaling, exhaling, folding forward from your hips, bending your knees, stepping your right foot back into a long runner's lunge, gazing forward with your inhaling, exhaling, stepping back in your plank pose, stay in your plank, breathe. Releasing your knees, releasing your toes, chin, chest, meeting the floor, inhaling. In your mini cobra, rise higher. In your full cobra, pulling your hands towards your heart, curling your toes, lifting your seat in your downward facing dog, stepping your feet together, right leg, inhaling. Exhaling, stepping your right foot between your hands, bringing your left foot 45 degrees, second warrior, left arm reaching forward, windmill back, coming into your second warrior. I'm just seeing Steph, who is practicing, was irritated. His arm is reaching forward, bending your front knee, making sure your knee is not flowing towards your inside, bending this knee, pressing your back foot into the floor. Palm of your hand, your right, facing up into your reversed warrior. Gaze over your left shoulder, seeing your left toes. Inhaling, coming back. In your second warrior, right arm on your right knee, on your right thigh, reaching with your left arm over your head. Gaze into your left palm of your hand. You can lowering down with your right arm in onto the floor. You can bring your left arm around, finding a bind with your thigh, or you want to binding completely with your hand. I can't model, I did hurt my hand. Inhaling slowly, coming back. You want to coming back into your second warrior, turning halfway forward, so 45 degrees, interlacing your fingers in your humbled warrior. Inhaling, opening your chest, exhaling, folding forward in line with your knee, so you're folding forward. Inhaling, coming back into your, lifting yourself up, turning your left toes facing forward, releasing your arms on your side, sweep your arms over your head one more time, like we've done before, in your high lunge. Bringing your hands in front of your chest, turning towards your right side. You can stay here, or you lower down your left elbow on the outside of your right knee, coming in Pavrita Parshvakonasana in your twisted side ankle. Breathe. Inhaling, releasing, planting both hands onto the floor, stepping back in your high plank, staying in your high plank, lifting your right heel, pushing with your right ball of your foot back, stay held. And from here, you're lifting into your three-legged down dog. You can practice staying here. You can come down in your down dog, taking a vinyasa, or you finding your child pose. If you would like, you come into your three-legged high plank, lowering down from your chest, your foot pushing yourself up. Upward facing dog, exhaling in your downward facing dog, shaking your head, letting out. Breathe, stay in your down dog. People in child pose, please join us again in downward facing dog. You wanna working your left side, stepping your feet together, lifting your left leg towards the ceiling with your inhaling. Exhaling, stepping your left foot between your hands, open your right foot 45 degrees. Your right arm reaching forward, windmill back, and coming to your second warrior, bending your front knee. Breathe. Your back foot pressing into the floor, gazing over your front arm. Deepening your breath, bending your knee a tiny bit more. Palm of your hand flipping up in your reverse warrior. Gaze into your palm of your hand. Breathe. Inhaling, coming back into your second warrior. Bring your elbow on your knee, sliding your arm over your head, side ankle. Staying here, or you can releasing your arm inside and come into your full pose. Breathe. If you would like, you can reaching around, finding a bind with your thigh, or finding a bind with your hands. Gazing towards the ceiling. Inhaling, releasing, and coming back into your second warrior, interlacing your fingers in your back, turning your hips halfway forward, 45 degrees, inhaling your heart, exhaling, folding forward, humbled warrior. Breathe, letting your neck growing long. Inhaling, coming back into your second warrior. And from here, you're releasing your arms, turning your back toes, facing front, bringing your hands on front of your chest, turning towards your left side. You can stay here. Maybe you want to lowering down your right elbow on your outside of your left knee and come into your full pose, Pavarita Parsvakonasana, in your twisted side ankle. Inhaling, releasing, framing your front foot, stepping back in your high plank. Choose, stay in your high plank, come in your down dog, finding your child pose, lifting your left leg, pushing with your heel. Stay, breathe. And then you're lifting yourself up in your three-legged down dog. Coming into your high plank, coming down, Chaturanga, planting foot, lifting heart, exhaling in your downward, facing dog, praise, shaking your head, deepening your breath. Everyone joining in downward facing dog, wherever you practice. Spreading your fingers, bending your knees, gaze between your hands, hopping, walking, stepping forward. Inhaling, coming halfway. Exhaling, folding forward. Inhaling, come into your standing. Bring your prayer in front of your chest. Closing your eyes. Bringing your hands on your hips into your tree pose, finding your balance. So you're bringing your left side, finding your vristi, your inner gaze, connecting deep down into your left foot, lifting your right knee, opening your right hip. Maybe you can plant your right foot on the inside in your thigh, planting your hands in front of your chest. Or you bring your right foot on the inside of your left, on top, on your ankle, calf muscle. Please don't use your knee. You don't want to hurt your knee. And when you're staying here, good enough. Letting your arms flowing over your head. Rooting down from your foot. Lifting from your heart. And letting yourself start to play. You're bending towards one side, bending to the other side. Bending. And maybe you can try opening your chest, opening your arms, and reaching with your heart towards the ceiling, like we practiced before. Exhaling, bringing your prayer in front of your chest, bringing your knee back into your center and planting your foot back onto the floor, lifting your arms, inhaling, exhaling, your prayer, your energy in your heart, in your hips. The other side, planting your right, finding your inner vristi, your inner gaze, your inner focus, feeling your left foot and finding any variation. When you only bring your foot on top of your right, you can practice like this or bring it higher. Arms and letting yourself play. On one side, coming back into your neutral. On the other side, coming back into your neutral. And maybe you want to try opening your chest towards the ceiling. Breathe. I'm super wobbly today. Breathe. And slowly bringing your prayer in front of your chest, lifting your knee towards the chest and planting your feet onto the floor, giving yourself a moment, shaking. Arms on your side, sweep your arms over your head, rising, exhaling, folding forward, long spine, bending knees, Utkatasana. Inhaling, releasing your shoulders, pressing both feet into the floor, spreading your fingers. Breathe. Exhaling, folding forward, Uttanasana, planting your hands in front of you and lifting your right leg, finding your standing split, or you're bringing your right hand under your shoulders, pressing your right foot towards the wall behind you. Bending your right knee, bringing your right knee behind your left leg, coming down in your sitting pose. Seat meeting the floor, your right foot on the outside of your left knee. Both feet want to be onto the floor. When your left hip is lifting up, and this is difficult, you have two options. You bring your right foot on the inside or on the other side, so on the inside, more on your left side, that your left hip is coming down, or you're lengthening your right leg. This is good enough as well. Please don't let your left hip lifting up. You're hurting yourself. Right arm hugging your left knee, your left arm reach towards the ceiling. Exhaling, finding a twisting, gazing over your shoulder. Inhaling, coming back into your neutral and taking a counter twist. So gazing over towards your right side. Inhaling, coming back into your neutral, challenging for hips, but we've been opening. So your left knee wanna come on top of your right. Please use a block, a blanket, or whatever you need. When your hips are a tiny bit sensitive, you can sit on a bit of a height to bring both of your knees one on top of each other. Arms on your side, bringing your hands on your soles of your feet. Good enough like this. Arms over your head. With your inhaling, exhaling, opening your arms and hugging this universe. Releasing your shoulders, spreading your fingers. Breathe. Bringing both hands behind on your back of your skull, lifting your chest. Inhaling, releasing your arms on your side, eagle arms, right arm crossing, left arm on top, wriggling your arms around, lifting your elbows, pushing these elbows away, and bringing your forehead onto the floor. Onto your upper arms. I wanted to say, if you would like, you can hugging your elbows with your knees, and folding forward. Inhaling, coming back into your neutral, releasing your arms, bringing your arms around, taking all the way what you've been sitting on, sitting back onto the floor. One more nice little bow. So you're hugging your knees towards your chest, rounding your spine. Maybe you want to grabbing your toes and stretching yourself up like we've done right at the beginning. Bending your knees, crossing your ankles, pushing your heels towards your seat, rolling over, jumping back, taking a vinyasa, or you're walking your feet back, finding a downward facing dog. Breathe. Bending your knees, gaze between your hands, hopping, walking, stepping forward, inhaling, coming halfway, folding in with your exhaling, bending your knees, Utkatasana, inhaling, lifting yourself up. Breathe. Exhaling, folding forward, Uttanasana, planting your hands in front of you, and lifting your left leg, finding your standing split, or you're bringing your hands under your shoulders, pushing your foot towards the wall behind you. Whatever feels right for you, releasing your neck, bending your left knee, bring your left knee behind your right, coming down with your knee, coming down with your seat, your right foot on the outside. Remember the options you are having with your left arm, hugging your right knee, lifting your right arm, finding length, exhaling, twisting, making sure both of your seats are on the floor, gaze. Inhaling, coming back in your neutral. Exhaling, twisting towards the opposite side, towards your left side. Inhaling back into your neutral, using your blanket, using your plug, helping with your left hand, bringing your left heel toward your right heel towards your left hip. Both knees stacking, hands on your soles of your feet. Stay. Or bringing your arms over your head. And from here, you want to opening up. Breathe, hugging this universe. Breathe. You can stay here, or you're bringing your hand on the back of your skull, lifting your heart. Breathe. Inhaling, opening your arms towards your side, crossing first with your left, your right, eagle arms, both hands meeting, lifting your elbows, pushing them forward, creating space in your shoulders, releasing your forehead on your upper arms. Breathe. Stay, or you're folding forward, your elbows meeting your knees. Inhaling, coming back into your neutral, opening your arms towards your side, bringing your hands behind you and unwriggling your legs, hugging your knees towards your chest, bringing your forehead towards your knees, balancing on your sit bones. If you want, you can taking one more vinyasa, coming into your boat for a moment, or grabbing your toes, or the other ones. You can stay here one more moment. We want to come down back onto the floor. So releasing your feet when you've done your vinyasa, coming onto the floor, gazing over your shoulder, and you want to do some rock and rolls, or you're simply coming down. Find your variation, what you would like to do. Doing some rock and rolls is always nice, working your trust. And when you don't think, you do it automatically. Trusting is in your cells, is in your being. We are getting super irritated from this constant wave of thoughts. And your last time, coming down onto the floor, hugging your knees towards your chest, releasing your shoulders. Planting your feet onto the floor, lifting your hips. If you would like, there is still a moment you can take in your full wheel, so you can bring your hands under your shoulders or the other ones. Please taking 2 variations of your bridges, planting your feet into the floor, lifting your hips, or you come into your full wheel, hands under your shoulders, coming first on your top of your head, and then you're lifting yourself up. Breathe. And slowly and gently coming back down, letting your feet walking towards the side, your knees meeting in your center, bringing your hands on your lower belly. Soft breath, releasing shoulders. Releasing your feet, hugging your knees towards your chest, rounding your spine, squeezing your body. From here, you're flowing into your Shavasana, the way we started, your shoulders under your shoulder blades, rooting down your arms on your side, palm of your hands, facing up, letting one leg growing long out of your hips, your other leg releasing your toes with your eyes closed, letting go. Maybe you want to wetting your lips with your tongue and swallow, making little adjustments so you can find your last asana, your resting pose, your integrating. Giving yourself time, integrate, giving yourself time to release. Soft skin. Remember, Mother Earth is meeting you like you are meeting her. This principle of yielding, of being aware of touch, being aware of sweetness, of softness from both sides, meeting, touching, giving, receiving, letting your trust, your being growing. Softening in your toes, in your ankles and your thigh, your belly, your back, your chest, letting be soft. Feeling this vibration of your body. Every little self alive, nourished. And there is this poem from Rumi. Try not to resist the changes that come your way. Instead, let life live through you, and do not worry that your life is turning upside down. How do you know that the side you are used to is better
than the one to come. And slowly and gently reconnecting to your breath. Reconnecting to these inner movements and letting it travel into your fingertips, into your toes. And slowly your body starts to move. Maybe it moves into a stretching. Maybe there is a movement you are missing, you're longing for, or you feel ready, folding in your knees towards your chest and come towards your right side. With your left hand in front of your chest, press yourself up and find a comfortable seat. Can be kneeling, cross-legged, any posture you feel comfortable with. Planting your hands in Anjali Mudra in front of your chest and closing. The more you are aware of these changes are happening constantly. And the more we are aware that giving and receiving is all the same, the more trust is growing in our being. To finish and seal this session, let's finish with one deep, long sounding starting with a big, big inhaling. Thank you so much for showing up in these strange times, doing it in front of screens and stuff. Such a blessing having you here. Thank you so much. And thank you, Jack, for joining. Namaste. Enjoy your day. Thank you. Coming forward. I don't know what's happening with my phone. Can't see you so well. Thank you. Luke. Yaya, Bella, Amin, Vicky. Christina, April, ciao ciao, visions, April. Lisa, Abdullah. Thank you, Daniel. Hi, wonderful, thank you. I hope everyone is well. Kata, I see you, I see you. You, sweetheart. See you next time.